Welcome, Aaliyah. Before we start, could you please introduce yourself?
Hello, my name is Aaliyah Joannis and I'm part of Moo Canoes that offer canoe hires on Regent's Canal. Last year I had the privilege of working with women of colour from around East London, providing sessions on the water, kayaking and supboarding.
Growing up as a South Asian woman, did you feel like water activities were accessible and inclusive?
I was very fortunate to be part of Shadow Basin Outdoor Activity Centre that provides underprivileged youth a chance to experience water sports, including kayaking, canoeing, stand-up paddleboarding, bell boating and raft building. I'm aware that places such as Shadow Basin are rare in London, and I guess I got lucky with my location. The centre strives for inclusion by offering places to kids that are from ethnic minority backgrounds, making Shadow a highly diverse and valuable community for Tower Hamlets.
Please share about your journey to becoming a qualified instructor.
I attended my local youth club, Shadow Basin, from age 12, where I started my journey to becoming a qualified Level 1 paddle sport instructor. Throughout the years, I built on my own water sport skills and fundamental leadership skills through their adventure training scheme that prepares you for teaching younger members of the youth club how to kayak and canoe. From consistency and overcoming fears, I was able to pass the assessment in 2021 and now spend my summers working there, where my role goes further than just teaching paddle sport, but to continually instill life skills into kids such as compassion, mutual respect and self-love. Shadow is a place where I can progress as an outdoor educator and develop my independence, adaptive nature, ability to think on my feet and feel confident in my capabilities. Recently, I signed up for a Level 2 powerboat instructor course, which I'll achieve in April and hope to qualify as a climbing instructor this year.
What was your experience becoming an instructor as a woman of color? Were there any barriers you faced?
Honestly, I felt very supported throughout my journey and never felt out of place due to Shadowell's unwavering commitment to bring in people of colour. I had various role models from a young age that were from ethnic backgrounds and were shown a high level of care, education and opportunity. I was part of a campaign with the North Face to bring more young leaders that are from ethnic backgrounds into hiking. At the time, I didn't realise there was an extreme gap in diversity, but shockingly, you don't see a lot of us progressing into outdoor leaders for several social economic factors. I guess the only barrier I faced wasn't to do with my race, but my own insecurities as a teenage girl. Most of my peers at Shadwell were boys who seemed to excel in kayaking. Initially, I believed I was no good and often rejected the sport, but by sticking with it and overcoming certain fears such as being underwater, I was able to enjoy kayaking and learn to roll in 2021. From then on, I thoroughly feel safe in my boat as I know if I capsize I can flip my boat over, and my progression has seen a huge rise in self-confidence.
Have there been any recent challenges you still face?
Now that I'm an adult, I'm not part of the youth club, so don't get the same opportunities to venture into the outdoors, which is completely understandable as it's up to me now to make the initiative. I guess the only challenge I face now is accessing places like the Lake District, because I don't own a car and travel is expensive. However, there are wider communities such as Muslim hikers that offer group hiking trips where you pay for a ticket and then are added to a group chat where you can find people to car share with. I did this in January and had a fantastic experience in the Peak District.
What do you feel are the biggest issues women of color face?
I think self-doubt is one of the prevailing problems because our culture is very much focused on academic achievement over extracurricular sports. If you aren't as lucky as I was, I can see how tough it would be to pursue water sports. You would face questions like, where can I learn? Will there be other women that are like me? What if I don't feel safe? It's hard because outdoor education isn't encouraged in our society. Then being a minority on top of that can make someone deter from this path. It's unfortunate, but it's all changing.
Were you encouraged from a young age to take up sports?
I'm very fortunate to have parents that always encouraged me to learn new things, whether that was gymnastics, swimming, a musical instrument, football or kayaking. At the time, I might have felt overwhelmed with all the extracurricular, but looking back, I'm so grateful that they made me attend these clubs, because I wouldn't be the resilient, courageous woman I am today.
How would you encourage other women of color to seek out opportunities and qualifications in blue spaces?
It starts with research. Find out what clubs you can join or community group chats on Facebook that post opportunities. Shadow Basin rents out their space to a canoe club every week where members get to practice their paddling. If you want to go hiking, Muslim Hikers is a fantastic group to join if you're starting out. With qualifications, I'm not entirely sure how you'd go about that independently, but there are businesses that provide the training you need, such as AMR Marine, based in Shadwell, who I'm doing my powerboat course with.